All right. Could you, first of all, welcome to DYPDC. It's a pleasure to have you here. Could you start by telling us a little bit about your background? What have you been up to?
Yes, certainly. I studied mechanical engineering in Braunschweig.
Yeah.
Did there my dissertation in aircraft engineering, lightweight structures. And then I entered the automotive supply industry, working for a small company that supplied Volkswagen, many other companies. Changed the job a couple of times. Finally, I arrived at the University of Applied Science in Wolfsburg, strongly linked to Volkswagen, growing very, very fast. And we had something like a complete process, from the first technical idea to manufacturing to recycling of cars.
Okay.
And what I found is that there was something missing at the beginning. That was the reason why I changed to the Hochschule für Bildende Künste in Braunschweig, which has an Institute for Transportation Design. Well, initially it was my wish for cooperation, and this cooperation became very intense, so I changed my position to that institute. My role there is to represent the technical part in industrial design, and my personal interest is transdisciplinary cooperation. I feel that many engineering approaches are similar to the design approaches. Engineers look more at what is possible, make products from that. Engineers, what I learned during my being at the Hochschule für Bildende Künste is that designers look at needs of people. And I think if you bring both together, the abilities to do something plus the needs, you hopefully end up with better products, which, that's the third requirement, are environmentally better than old products. And one big focus is on mobility. The mobility design, in our understanding, can also mean avoiding mobility.
Right. Right.
So that's in short
Right.
my background.
Right. What does, if I ask you to define design, what does it mean to you? How would you define it?
Well, first, it's an aesthetic shape. That's apparent, but that's the surface. Design is a way of thinking. Design is a method of finding new products.
Right. Now, you said you are interested in industrial design.
Yeah.
And specialize in that. What drew you to industrial design?
My role in industrial design.
How do you got interested? How did you get interested in industrial design per se? Why did you choose this particular field?
I knew almost everything about engineering, automotive engineering. I almost know completely how to make a car.
Right.
And that became a little bit boring. I needed something new.
Okay.
And design is definitely new.
Okay, awesome. If I ask you, what's the scope of design and per se automobile design in India? How do you see that moving forward?
Well, it's today my second day in India. We had quite intense exposure to the Pune traffic on Sunday. India is a very large country with very many people that is developing very quickly.
Yeah.
There's going to be a big need for mobility.
Yeah.
And it's simply a huge market, and my hope is that India will find some way of a new kind of mobility that is beyond traditional solutions.
Right. Right. What are your thoughts about the institute and what it's trying to achieve, especially in the automobile design sphere and design teaching? How do you think DYPDC will make a difference?
So far, the talks we had showed that there are two ways you're approaching. One is traditional design, more handcraft-oriented. The other is that I feel that there's also an understanding that we need a different type of mobility, possibly. But the most important is to bring good education into India. And obviously, this is a very successful way. I've seen a similar model in Mexico with the Tec Monterrey, which is also privately organized and very successful. And I think DYPDC is at the very start of that.
Right, right. What would be your one word of advice to upcoming designers?
Be curious and be responsible for what you're doing.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.